Hello, Dave here with Best Local Results. My website is bestlocalresults.com. On my website and this YouTube channel, I teach local business owners how to do their own local SEO. Why do you want to listen to me? Well, I've been doing this for my clients for a little bit over a decade. And in that time, I've had clients that are in highly competitive markets and niches, and also in less competitive markets and niches in a variety of industries. And I've been able to get them to rank in the Google Map 3-pack and just below that in the regular organic section. So that's what I want to teach you how to do. So in today's video, I want to talk specifically about the on-page, which means on-website part of local SEO. In other words, what you have to do, the things that you need to do on your local business website to help outrank your competitors. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's jump over to my desktop. Okay, here we are. This is my website I was telling you about. bestlocalresults.com is the website. And for today's video, I prepared a little outline. It's actually not very little, but this shouldn't be a super long video because I'm going to just touch on what each of these things are. But so what is local on-page SEO? Again, the things that you need to do on your website to help you outrank your competitors in local searches. So there's basically 4 different categories of things that you do on your website. What I call website coding SEO. That's a little scary of a term. Don't let it scare you. You don't have to know how to code to do this. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Content SEO. That has to do with your pages and posts, the text, the content, the URLs, that kind of thing. We'll talk more about that in a second. The way you structure your website, how you structure a website is how you link it together. There's different structures you can use to target that. We won't go into that a lot of depth, but we'll just touch on it. And then topical authority. This is getting to be more and more important. Google wants, their business is finding people what they're looking for. And when it comes to finding local businesses for them, their customers are happier if they find them local businesses that they like. And so Google is looking for local businesses that demonstrate that they're an authority in their niche, that they're an expert and they have experience. And anyway, we'll talk about that more specifically. So let's go through this. So website coding SEO, again, don't let that scare you. There's free tools for the little bit of coding that you need to do. I'm assuming you're going to want to use a content management system like WordPress or something if you don't know how to code. I recommend that anyway, but within that, you don't need to know how to code, but to do some of these things, there's free tools that will create little snippets of code, and I'll show you where to insert those on your website. Just super easy. Again, anybody can do this, and it helps in your ranking. So the first thing that we'll talk about is what is known as technical SEO. This is just, and again, content management systems like WordPress really does most of the technical SEO part for you. What I'm just gonna on my website and in these videos, I'll teach you the basics, but again, most of it's going to be done automatically but it's basically keeping your website clean and not marking it so that it shouldn't, allowing it all to be indexed, making sure that it's all indexed. Because if indexing means that Google shows it somewhere in their searches, that's the only thing that shows up in a Google search is a page that's indexed. And so if you want to make sure that each of the pages on your website gets indexed. So the next thing is schema markup. That's a a type of code. Again, there's a free tool that creates this that you insert if you're a single location website in the header of your website. Again, that might sound complicated. It's really easy. Don't worry about it. And then if it's if you have a multi-location website, you'll insert that on your various location pages as different code for each location. Image optimization and geotagging. Google, when it comes across the images in your page to a search engine, it's just code. And there's ways that you can, in local SEO, you're always trying to associate your website with your address and with the Google map for your business and for your address. And then, but anyway, and you're also trying to associate it with the keywords that you're targeting. And you can insert that stuff into the code. Again, it's like filling out a form. It's not, you don't have to know how to code. It's easy. Excuse me. But you can optimize and geotag your images, which just helps Google associate your website for that information better. And you can also include in the schema markup, I forgot to mention, a lot of off-page sites that like your directory listings and your social media profile pages that, let Google know all those are you, and it just adds credibility and brand authority to your website. Okay, content SEO. Let's jump over here to my Best Local Results website. This is the URL. If you don't know what a URL, it's the web address. That is part of your content. That tells Google what the website or web page or web post is about. If you hover over the tab of your website, there's a title there that shows up in the pop-up tab, and that has specific words in it that also tells Google what the specific page or your overall website is about. When you go to a specific article or page or post on your website, you've got your the title of your page, you've got subtitles of the page, and then you've got the images like I spoke about earlier, and you've got your text. That is all the content of your website, and how you write the text, what words you include, in your URL, in your title and title on the page and subtitles. All of that gives signals to Google that lets them know what this page should be ranking under. Before you start writing your content, keyword research, you want to know, for a local business, their keywords that they're targeting are generally their products or services that they're selling. But you want to know what those are so that you can structure your website properly so that you show up when people search those. So not only do you want to know what your products and services are, but you want to know what your customer would most likely type in. Google's pretty smart, doesn't have to be exact, but still, we like to be organized. I like to target things as close to what the customer, I know my customers are probably going to be typing in, so that shows up. We already talked about I'm missing a letter there. We already talked about URL, tags, titles, subtitles, and the text of the page. And then the last thing that I put under content, content SEO is your NAP information that's on your website. That's your business name, address, and phone number. You want that to be identical to how you have it on all your social media pages, on your Google business profile. and also on your directory listings, anywhere it's on the internet. When I say identical, I mean if you put Inc. in your business name with a period, you want to have Inc. with your business name and a period. Anywhere that it shows, you want it to be consistent, so that Google, the more consistent it is across the web, the way you write out that information, the more Google trusts it. Okay, so that's your content SEO. Website structure. Now, how you structure a website is more than just your main menu on your website and how things goes to it. It's also how you interlink the website. And on my website, bestlocalresults.com, and in some of my YouTube videos, I teach you how to structure your website, how to interlink. If you're trying to target certain keywords, how you interlink pages on your website for related keywords will help your homepage or whatever page you're wanting to show up for that keyword show up better. I hope I didn't say that confusing. Again, none of this stuff is complicated. So if I say it complicated, don't let that intimidate you. It's all pretty easy stuff. So that's your website structure. And the final thing is topical authority. If you search for something medical, there's just a few websites that show up. And we've all seen them, the different medical type websites. The reason they show up first is because they've established topical authority in those topics. There's a thing called EEAT. It used to just be EAT, and then just a year or so ago, Google added another E to the beginning. The first E that's there now stands for experience. And then the second E is expertise, and then authoritativeness and trust. So Google's customers are, the reason Google dominates is Google is really good at showing people in a search, guessing what they're looking for and showing them exactly what they're looking for. In the local business arena, or in a lot of arenas, but particularly in the local business arena, Google wants to show the most credible, authoritative, trustworthy, experienced, expert businesses that they can. And so on my website, and I have articles, and we'll do more YouTube videos on this as it goes on, but I teach you on that website how to establish, show your expertise and your authoritativeness so that Google trusts you. And that's an important part of Google's algorithm. Okay, well, I hope that helped. I hope that gave you a overview, understanding of what on-page SEO is. Again, don't let it intimidate you. It's not difficult. I'll walk you through it step by step. You don't have to know how to code. It's super easy. Thanks so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified. Again, appreciate you watching the video. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you in the next video.